know, I'm working on it.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Joseph Moye. Good morning, La La Land. We are making history here as America's first live streaming daily talk show, Monday through Friday. Happy Friday, 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
Everywhere.
We've got a great show in store for you. Today's all about Friday feeling, which is dating, love, and relationships. We also are going to debate the do's and don'ts of dating. And then we have, honestly, the most gorgeous woman I think I've ever seen. I've got an official girl crush on her story of finding true love. So excited for today,
yes.
right?
So excited. Good morning, Joyce Gerard. How are you?
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. So here at Good Morning La La Land, we like to know how you start your day.
Oh my God, so my day, nothing starts before Mama has coffee. And my kids know it. They usually come in the room and they're like, little mommy, should you have your coffee? I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So Mama has to have coffee first and then the rest comes. So then I take care of my kids, get them ready for school, and then my routine starts, which I go in the shower and then I take my little me time and then the rest goes on.
Oh,
Love it.
Right?
Yeah, my mom has a shirt that says, but first coffee. That's what Joyce has got going on.
I love that they call her Little Mama.
They call me Little Mommy, and it used to be Little Sexy Mommy until one day in the supermarket, my little guy he's now 8, but he was about 6, and he goes, Little Sexy Mommy, and I'm like, that's embarrassing. That's not nice. You can do that at home because Papa, my husband, calls me my sexy wifey. So they were like, well, if you're the sexy wifey of Papu, then you're my little sexy mommy. I'm like, oh my God.
So sweet.
So it's cute at home, embarrassing in the supermarket.
You have such a gorgeous family. I'm so excited to get to know more about you, your very successful relationship, and some very secret elixirs, right?
Miracle elixir.
Miracle elixirs later in the show. It's going to be a good day. So Joyce has been a part of the Focus TV family now for a while, and we have a very special video about her life. Take a look. Wow.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. You gotta wait for it.
It's really special what we do with these My Life series. And if you haven't seen them, you can go on to FocusTVNetworks.com/MyLife, and there's a whole series of 60-second clips about some of the most amazing, inspirational people you've ever met. Here's her one.
By a single mommy who gave us everything she could in life. After I was crowned Miss Puerto Rico a long time ago, I came to Los Angeles with the dream of becoming an actress, and little did I know that I was going to meet the love of my life, my soulmate, and now we have 2 beautiful, beautiful boys, Leonardo and Valentino. I just created the Miracle Elixir collection, and proud to say it's been a huge success. Just remember that beauty is only skin deep. It's what's in your heart that matters. And this is my life.
Wow, holy cow.
Now, when do they call her Sexy Mommy?
Right?
Yes.
From the inside out.
Right? I'm just excited actually to hear about her husband and her and how that came about, because I think someone like her, you see all the titles and the glam and all that, but I don't know if people really hear behind the scenes. What is that like? I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's a great question. It's easy to sort of judge a book by its cover and just assume that it's all very charmed, and I think for her, she's got a very special connection with her husband, so I'm interested to hear more.
Absolutely, because it's #Friday Feels.
Friday
That's
Feels.
right.
All about
I
good
love
vibes.
that, right?
Absolutely.
So do you guys have dates for tonight, or?
Well, apparently I've heard that Erin does.
Well, I do, for like one of the first times in my life. No, just kidding. No, okay, so I do have this date tonight, and I'm so excited because he doesn't know it, but we're going to a total chick flick.
Yeah.
So what happened was...
It's a surprise.
No. Okay, so I'm like, oh, let's go to a movie, because he's like, what do you want to do? There's the art festival and all this stuff, and I'm like, I haven't been to a movie in so long, I want to go see. But we didn't talk about it again, and he's like, so there's this movie someone was telling me about, it's called something... What is it called? It's like Lady Bird or something. And I go, oh yeah, that's the one I've been wanting to see. And he goes, don't tell me about it. I haven't seen the trailer. And I'm thinking, that's why you want to see it. It's a total chick flick. And it is one of the hottest movies. It's about a teenager girl and her mother. And I mean, it's about as chick flick as it comes. So I was thinking, oh, I thought we were going to have to go to some like Star Wars. And don't get me wrong, I would have loved to see that as well, The Last Jedi, but they get a little too action for me.
So what date number is this for you two?
Oh, it's somebody that's been in my life. We'll just put it that way.
Oh, I'm looking forward to knowing more about that on Monday.
Dr. Erin, dating secrets.
I'm past the do's and don'ts of the dating that.
Are you?
Let's
Over the
put it
rules?
that way.
Yeah.
Over that part of it.
Okay, well, if you're looking for a place to have dinner, it is the 10th anniversary of Dine LA. Starting this weekend, it goes for 2 weeks. And it's one of my favorite times of the year. Rob, have you dined LA?
I haven't dined LA, but I've heard about it.
It is so cool. So what they do is they provide a series of different prefix menus. They all have price ranges from $29, $39, and $49. And then there's a select group of very exclusive restaurants that have menus over $99. So you can go to the Providence, for instance, 2 Michelin star restaurant, $100 a person.
Which is amazing.
Which is
Really,
amazing.
Because you can even go to the most average restaurant and walk away with spending under 100.
No,
Right.
and what's great is then you get the appetizer, you get the the main course and the dessert. So if you're looking to wine and dine a date this weekend, you definitely want to go check out the WeLikeLA.com page. They've got a list of the 20 Dine LA menus that you don't want to miss.
That's great suggestion.
Gotta make
for
those
sure.
phone calls right now. Get all those dates in right now.
So you can meet a dinner.
Yeah. You can DM Jez right now. Take her on date LA right
Yeah.
now.
She's gonna walk out of here. She's gonna check her DMs. It's gonna be just full.
No,
Right.
but dining out is actually truly one of my favorite things to do. So last night I actually got to go to the Twin Peaks experience. Have you heard about this?
No, what is this?
It's a new pop-up in LA, and LA is all about the pop-up, right? Pop-ups are hot. One, because longevity in LA is, it's few and far between too, right? And there's something exclusive about it. So David Lynch has even approved this Twin Peaks pop-up. It's on Melrose, and you get the whole experience. Some people are in costume, and you go through and they have the music playing. Have you ever seen Twin Peaks?
I have.
No.
But it's been a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, so and then you go out and it's this indoor-outdoor setting, and they've recreated the bar there, and it's really cool. They have a small menu. The cocktails were fantastic. I had the Killer Bob to drink. It was killer.
That's it? Lived up to its name?
It was, yes, but I love just going out and experiencing the different, places to eat in LA, because there are some great restaurants.
Right?
Jeslyn, you always have your finger on the pulse of
She really
LA.
does. She's
It's
an
amazing.
expert in LA.
She really is.
I feel so out of the loop. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, okay, but to be fair, I've spent more time in LA than the two of you combined.
True, but you're also
It's taken me a minute.
You're also a super connector.
You
I've
are,
discovered that.
for
Like
sure.
there's everybody else. What used to be 7 degrees of bacon? Remember that Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
thing? And then it became like 3, but you're like 1 degree.
I agree with Jess.
Yes.
So Rob, I have a question for
Yeah.
you regarding, because it's date, Friday date day, or love, relationship, everything.
Yeah.
And we come from consciousness. This is really about wellness and, awakening and shifting the mindset. Have you ever, I know you meditate.
Yes.
Have you ever meditated on a date?
You mean during the date?
You're like a lot before and a lot after, but
it may
no.
be much more exciting to meditate right now than to talk to this person. I haven't had that experience, to be honest with you, because I'm, and it's not special about me, but I'm genuinely interested in people. That being said, I do my best to listen in an active way. And for me, that means having a completely quiet mind. I call that meditation. So that's everything for me. And I find that it's interesting because sometimes folks will say, oh, wow, it was such a great time I had with you. And I'm thinking, I probably said like 4 words. But that's the beauty of it, is that you don't have to say a whole lot, but if you listen well, people walk away and they feel better for having had the experience. So I would say yes to that question.
Yeah.
Now, Rob,
Different
they
type
feel
of
better
meditation.
walking away from that experience. How do you feel
Yes.
when you've said 4 words?
Yeah, I feel great actually, because I'm usually much more interested in other people than I guess would expect to be. Like you start asking questions, you ask interesting enough questions, and all of a sudden the person sitting in front of you becomes a lot more interesting as a sort of byproduct of the questions you ask. So I feel great. I mean, I love being a good listener.
Right. So on that note, let's take a little break, because when we come back, we're going to actually debate the do's and don'ts of dating, and maybe we could get a little input from Joyce on that one.
I bet
okay?
you Joyce has some tips.
Right?
Yes.
So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, bringing you some of the highlights of what has been posted last week on the Focus TV network, which is America's first video streaming talk show network. As you can tell, I'm here at a really late hour. Last week we shot #Harry and Kelly with our amazing hosts, Harry Howard and Kelly Russo. If you haven't noticed, by our episode, it's Kelly's birthday, so everyone wish her a happy birthday. That's my girl, our super host. We shot Slay with Rachel McCord, my favorite author. On January 1st, we shot a 2-hour episode of Good Morning LaLaLand with our hosts Rob Mack, Jeslyn Moyer, and Dr. Erin Haskell. Rob, if you're watching, I'm in your seat right now because I miss you. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. My name is Victoria Simone. Thanks for watching. Welcome to Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, and I am here in the beautiful Focus TV studio set in West Hollywood. And I have the great honor to bring you the preview for the new issue of Focus magazine, the wellness issue. On the cover is the amazing Dr. Trupinsky, along with Wow Moms Jennifer Stano and her amazing partner, Nicole Ziola, along with a valued member of our Focus family, author, influencer, and host of her very own show on Focus TV Network, Rachel McCord. Yay, praise emoji! Featuring her new book, Slay the Fame Game. This issue is filled with amazing people within our local community, including Alyssa Goodman and the launch of her new show on Focus TV, The Alyssa Goodman Show, along with model and brand evangelist, Nikki Sharp. Also in this issue, Focus food editor, Tambi Saffron, visits the amazing new Waldorf Astoria and its executive chef, Stephen Benjamin. We have travel in this issue, as well as Focus Travel editor Wendy Brokaw-Kretschmer providing an amazing shopping guide for travel to Milan. This issue is packed with additional features, photos, highlights from the new Focus TV network, which is America's first streaming video talk show network. Pick up your copy today. You are going to love it.
Welcome back. We are live from Los Angeles. Good morning, La La Land. Did you catch Victoria Simone's hair in that promo video?
Ridiculous.
Wow, right?
Ridiculous.
I've got to get my hands on some of those miracle elixirs.
I want some too.
Popping pills, natural pills.
Yeah, Joyce has the secret. I can't wait to ask her. So today is Friday Feels, and we're talking the do's and don'ts in dating in this segment. Joyce, I want to know, what's your #1 rule for dating?
The #1 thing is never compromise being you just for somebody else. Don't become that person that is a yay sayer. Oh, if he likes the eggs this way, yeah, I like them that way too. Because if you go into a relationship not being yourself and not showing your true colors, it's gonna fail.
Have you ever seen that movie Runaway Bride with
Yes.
Julia Roberts?
Yes.
And she has that scene.
That's exactly right. That's exactly how it is.
She doesn't know how she likes her eggs.
If the guy's a rock star, she wants to become a rock star. If the guy is serious, she wants, you know, and I think that's very important. I have a lot of girlfriends who have made that mistake, and I'm telling them, well, babe, you just have to be yourself. The key is to be yourself, and you go into it showing exactly who you are and never compromising, never settle for Mr. Right now, because Mr. Right can pass by and then you'll never know.
Ooh, so powerful.
Although I'm looking for Mr. Right now, I gotta
Are you? Erin, are you?
By the way, if what you're looking for is Mr. Right now just for some fun, and you're going into it knowing it's just fun, then it's okay. But if you're looking for your Prince Charming and for hopefully the rest of your life companion, then don't settle.
I can't wait to hear how you met the rest of your life companion later in the show. Thanks for those very wise words, Joyce.
That's so hilarious. So today is Friday Feels, and it's all about the do's and don'ts of dating, you know, debating this. So there's a few things from Psychology Today. They have an actual article. They took some of the top advice from the relationship experts, psychologists, like masters in the industry, and they kind of broke down some of the do's and don'ts. So I thought we could just debate this a little bit, right?
Especially since we've got a Doctor of Divinity and
the oh my gosh, I almost just scrolled up on my computer right now, like as if I'm on my phone or iPad. Okay, so #1. Oh, we got to see.
Ralph,
yes.
Calling.
I got a date all of a sudden. It's amazing.
Okay, so #1 is don't convince yourself you only have one type.
Huh.
Oh, I am so guilty as charged.
Well, I mean, but this is the thing, is that I don't necessarily agree with this. I mean, it could be good and not good, right? It's like, so from universal law perspective, we're supposed to get specific of, you know, kind of what works for us or doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that?
I agree with not sticking to one type, meaning I think it's a good idea to stay open-minded about sort of the face that things show up on, but I would be very clear about the characteristics and personality traits that matter to me. So for me personally, kindness, top of the list.
Right?
You have to be a kind person.
Like, I kind of like that type.
Yes, I like the kind type. How about that? Exactly. But I'd be careful about saying, oh, I need that. I need the type that has this kind of job, or makes this kind of money, or I think I would try to go deeper.
Right.
So you can typecast without being limiting.
That's
I
right.
like that.
Okay.
Hashtag by Jeslyn today,
Right?
right?
Another tweetable.
Yes.
Okay, number 2 is don't be overly critical or judgmental. Well, duh. I mean, I don't know. Is that like?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Is that even debatable?
You would think it's not, but I would argue that lots of people feel that judging character and being critical is part of the process. For me, it's just simply not, and that's the first thing that turns me off personally. I don't know about you. What do you think, Jazz? I mean, criticism, judgment.
Yeah, that's pretty tricky because I think I'm a very open person and I like to approach relationships without being overly critical or without being judged because I would hope that the person on the other side is doing the same to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I really don't think there's a debate there.
Yeah.
So just be nice.
But although I think you can be judgmental in that you can go, oh, they're perfect exactly the way they are and they're not for me, right? Like, how do you do that? I think that it's a great opportunity in dating or any relationship to just practice seeing people in their perfection exactly as they are.
You just nailed it. Like for me, you can realize or come to a realization that somebody's not right for you, but that doesn't mean making them wrong,
right?
Or making yourself wrong.
So that's the art of dating, right? How do you how do you not make someone wrong and say, you're just not for me?
Yeah, we're just different people. We have different goals. We have different intentions, and
but most people won't go like, "Oh, cool, have a great life too." They'll be like, "He's a jerk.
That's true.
Can't." Right? So how do you say that? How do you have that conversation?
Well, I think life is a much better teacher than I can ever be. So what happens over time is that person comes to a realization that way of approaching things doesn't serve them or doesn't work for them, right? So usually those people that are complaining about how terrible people are find themselves in one bad relationship or friendship after the other.
Right.
But what if they're convinced they're right?
Yeah.
Everybody else is wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. That sucks to be them.
Yeah, that sucks.
I would just not want to be that.
course.
I mean, usually, for the most part, those people aren't my clients. Because the folks that come asking for help are usually much more open-minded.
Right.
If you're in that place, then you're in that place. And if it works for you.
Or what if someone just goes crickets on not texting, not just for me, I'm just
Ghost you?
going to not text back or whatever, right? Is that good? Is that not good? When do you do that? When is it appropriate to do something like that?
Yeah, it's interesting the way I feel it. It's so easy to get so lost in all of the rules and shoulds and should nots, the do's and don'ts. For me, I just take responsibility for how I feel, what I think. I want to continue focusing and thinking about love and focusing on happiness and peace. I let people do what they want to do. If they just ghost me, they ghost me. Good for them. I want people to be happy.
Bro, have you ever ghosted though?
Not intentionally, but I may have honestly. I'm sure that at some point in time, probably many occasions.
Or someone's kind of crazy and you're like, there's nothing I can say. You're just going to take it the wrong way, no matter what, right?
I really love the number 3 rule, according to Psychology Today, is don't come on too strong. So catch yourself if you're being needy, desperate, etc. Because a lot of women tend to often come on too strong. So then, I'm guilty though of then not coming on at all because I don't want to push it.
Yeah, I think that's such a great point. I think you have to sort of know what your baseline is, and if you find that you're already in the direction of not coming on strong enough, you have to over-index for being a little stronger than you would normally be.
Or it's another red flag if someone's like a love addict and they're telling everybody oh, you're the most beautiful thing, oh, I'm just falling for you, and you're like, how many times have you said this before?
Yes.
We're on date 2 and you're telling me this, right?
Well, remember we talked to Dr. Dorosla about that, and she was saying sort of the difference between being charming, which is kind of a fake, sort of being fake nice versus actually being nice for real.
Well, what's really interesting though? It says telling a potential mate how much you like them can add too much pressure and too many expectations.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. This actually is really good, and we want to hear you guys. What do you think, the do's and don'ts? So it is on Psychology Today. We'll put it in the notes. You guys can chime in around it for sure, right?
Yeah, men are guilty of that one too, of coming on very strong. They instantly tell women, oh, you're so beautiful, and I love this about you, and I love that about you. And in one way it's great, but in another way, they you can make people feel uncomfortable.
Well, you know, I feel like sometimes when they come on so strong like that, it's like, oh, thank you, I appreciate the compliment. However, you don't know me.
Right?
So how do you think I'm the most amazing person in the world?
Right.
We had one dinner.
30 seconds.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Maybe you want to get to know me. I think you're in love or infatuated with the idea
Right?
of
Fantasy
Totally.
addict. That's right.
Yeah.
So, okay, this next one I think may be one of the last ones we debate, but I want to ask you specifically, Rob, because I think this is, I think that this is one of the most interesting conversations in the modern world. Okay, so it says, don't forget the traditional rules of dating, and they go on to say, you know, maybe women shouldn't pay for the date at first, blah blah blah, to keep some of the roles. And we know that, you know, this is shifting. What do you think about all that?
So it's, what are the traditional rules of dating? I don't even know anymore, right? I think that's part of the challenge. I think a lot of people don't know what the traditional rules were or are. The recommendation I have for most people is spend the amount of money that you can maintain over the long term. So what a lot of us do is at the very beginning is you want to impress someone, you know, and so you just shell out and you just go to the best restaurants, you go to the best hotels, but you can't maintain it over the long term. And then before long, a woman or a guy is like, hey, we were just going to the nicest places, do you not care so much?
Honestly, I think that's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard. And I've never heard you say that before, honestly. I think that that's one of the best pieces of advice ever for both parties.
Wow, I love that.
Wow, I like that a lot.
Well, thank you, Erin.
What do you, Rob, if you're taking a girl out though,
Yeah.
what do you want? What do you hope? Do you go into it with a certain mindset?
No, I've given up all agendas. I mean, honestly, I want to enjoy myself. I'm 100% in control of that. So I don't really have a direction that I want it to go. Lots of people find that very uncomfortable because they want me to have an agenda. They want me to have, but it's not fun for me. So I enjoy where we're at. I see where, I let it unfold in an organic fashion.
But do you want to open the door for her? Do you want to pick up the tab?
All that stuff, yeah. I mean, I like doing that stuff, particularly if there's gratitude in response.
Right.
If you don't get gratitude back, then it's, you feel just, man, maybe she's just using
entitlement,
me.
not a pretty thing.
Not attractive. Not gratitude is so sexy.
Speaking of attractive, though, there is a beautiful woman in the studio, Joyce Rod, and we are so excited to know how she met her husband and maintained such a healthy relationship. So we are going to go to the back studio now to get to know more about Joyce.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were gonna make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you gotta do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women in the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today in their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important, and it's made right here in USA, and it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with buriti, maracuya, moringa, and argan. So you have the buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. Right? And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard, and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her Mantra Socks. Look how cute they are. Be Love is my favorite, so go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. We are live in Los Angeles with Good Morning La La Land and the gorgeous actress, producer, and philanthropist, Joyce Gerard. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Amazing.
Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, mommy's the best title, right? In the universe.
So you have some amazing stories about how you met your husband and maintaining a successful relationship. Tell me about the moment you met him.
So it was a blind date. Believe it or
Who
not.
set you up?
A blind date, believe it or not. A girl that neither of us really knew. I had met her once. He met her once. She was dating a guy that used to work for him at the time. And she says, she calls me out of the blue. I met her once at a party, and she calls me out of the blue and says, I need you to meet this guy. And I'm like, no. No, I was like, I'm single by choice. I'm working on my career. And she's like, no, you got to meet this guy. And I said, no, I don't do blind dates. She lived in New York, by the way. And she tells me, I tell her, when you come to LA, naturally, organically, we'll all go to dinner. And she goes, no, I'm not coming to LA for the next couple months, so you have to meet the guy. And I'm like, no, you don't know me. You don't know what type of guys I like. I am not going to go meet it. No, he's a producer. And I said, oh, how cliche, just because I'm an actor. Right. I have to date him. And she goes, you have to meet him. He is the man for you. You guys are going to get married. And I'm like, no. And I didn't trust her or nothing. Wow. She's not a matchmaker.
What made you change your mind?
I didn't. He stalked me for 3 months on the phone. She gave him my number.
And when she gave him my number, I told her, you know what, lose my number because you're so disrespectful. You gave the guy my number. And now here I have this guy calling me, and on the phone, he sounded, and we've been together 16 years.
Wow.
And on the phone, he sounded, I kid you not, like he was 100 years old. And I was like, this girl thinks I'm a gold digger. And then I just want to date like the famous old producer. And I was like, oh my God. And there wasn't Google back in the day. I wasn't even opening my computer. I had a computer that I won in the Miss Puerto Rico pageant. And I had it in a box because I thought if I take it out, it's going to get old. Right. It was in the box. It was like, it's so cute there, my computer. So I wasn't techie. I'm still not techie. And he just called me every day. And by the time, every time he called, I was like, oh, it's the oldie, but he's so nice. I don't want to be disrespectful. All my girlfriends would be like, oh, the oldie that's calling you. That's so, you know, that's so screwed up. That this girl. But I picked up and I'm like, hi, listen, I'm in a meeting. Hi, I have to wash my hair. Hi, I have period pain. Hi. I mean, I had every excuse in the book because, you know. But on the phone, he was so nice. I remember once telling one of my girlfriends that I wanted to hook him up with her because I was like, Lauren, this guy, if he was only at least like 50, I would date him because he is amazing. He's the kindest soul you can imagine. He's sweet, he's funny. On the phone, I liked him. I said, you know what, this guy's gonna be my friend for a long time, but I wanna keep it clear that I'm never gonna date him. You know, it's just, I'm not gonna, no.
But you really didn't know how old he was. He just sounded old.
He just sounded old. But I knew nothing about him. And by the way, he doesn't just get that from me. He gets that from a lot of colleagues in the business.
He must be a wise old soul.
Right? He's German, so he talks, you know, he talks with this accent that he doesn't think exists.
So then what? So how many weeks to how long did this go on?
3 months, he called me every single day. And for 3 months, I made excuses. And every week he made a party at his house just to have a place to invite me because I said, I even told him, there was a point where I even told him, look, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go out with you. I don't do blind dates. I'm sorry. Like you on the, you know, you're very nice. I like you as a person, but I'm not gonna date you. So let's just keep it the way, let's keep it real. And he was like, so come to my party. I guess he was confident that if I met him, and I was like, no, yeah, what's the address? He made like 8 parties. I never showed up.
Wow.
And he always tells the story. He kept calling every day. And he would call me the day after the party. So I'm sad you couldn't make it, but I'll make another one next week.
Wow.
It's fine. He's like, I can do this forever. I can throw parties forever. It's fine.
Because he Googled. His friend that worked for him Googled and said, listen, this is the girl, you have to meet her. So he was like, oh yeah, he saw all the pictures and all this stuff and he was like, oh my God, when I saw the pictures, I just wanted to meet you.
Wow.
So then finally one day, I was coming back from New York from doing a modeling job. And when he calls me and I said, weren't you going to Germany? Are you on the plane? And back in the day, I thought, wow, how decadent. Lauren is gonna love this guy. Yeah. You know, he's calling me from the plane. That is so nice. And he says, yeah, what are you doing tonight? And I said, oh, I'm just gonna order in. I'm ordering Chinese. I love Chinese food. He goes, okay, I'll pick you up at 8. And I'm like, and it was just pure silence. And I had no excuse up my sleeve. Yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, well, I need to unpack. Well, and he goes, I'll pick you up at 8. And I'm like, well, perhaps we should do a coffee. And he goes, coffee's BS, using the entire word. I don't want to curse right. He goes, coffee's BS, I'll pick you up at 8. And I'm like, okay, I'll just be really ugly so that he and then he's over me and I'll take Lauren's picture in my clutch.
We're potato sack.
I was like, I'll take Lauren's picture so that, wow, look at my glamorous friend and look at me. I mean, you gotta date my glamorous friend. So he says, okay, I'll pick you up. And then I was really complicated. I said, no, you have to change the restaurant, just so that he would be turned off. Like, oh, this girl's complicated.
Oh my God,
so
you were trying to sabotage
I was so sabotaging it, and thank God, what God has in stock for you, it's for you, and nothing can sabotage it, even yourself. And when I'm looking from my apartment, I'm looking down, and I see this big head of hair, and I call my best friend, and I'm like, Oldie has a toupee.
You did not. You did not.
Oh no.
So I'm like, oh my God, Oldie has a toupee. And she's like, oh my God, what restaurant are you going to? That is so embarrassing. And I'm like, oh my God, but he's so nice. You know, I don't have the heart to now cancel. And she goes, oh my God, just go to McDonald's or something. And I'm like, oh. So I go down. I'm like, okay, here we go. and I had zero makeup, hair in a bun, big fat cowboy jeans, flat cowboy boots, a wife beater, and a big jacket. So I looked like I was cleaning in my house.
No, he probably loves it.
Right? He always says, this is my favorite look. You can go back to that. So I come out, and when I see him, I'm like, you're you? And he goes, finally. And I'm like, I was like, oh my God, this is, you know, when you're a little girl and you imagine your perfect Barbie doll Ken, and you're like, this is the man of my dream. That was, and I just could not believe, I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. And I got really nervous and I started shaking. And then we went to the dinner and I looked like crap. And then I went in the bathroom expecting any girl to give me mercy makeup. And not one girl walked in that bathroom. And this was at Asia de Cuba. So if you know the Mondrian, it's always packed.
Yeah, there's no reason.
I mean, not one girl walked in. And all I had was my little rosebud, like a little lip gloss. And I said, okay, I'm gonna become J-Lo. I'm gonna put it all over my face. I'm just gonna glow.
Oh, you did not.
I did. Oh no. So I let my hair down. I'm like, let me fluff my hair because I had it in a bun. I put the gloss all over my face, and I'm like, okay. So I just walked out, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have a bra. No. Like, be sexy or nothing. So I just went, and we had the best conversation. We talked about our passions in life. We talked. I'm extremely passionate about charity, and he told me his mom has been doing charity her whole life. So I was like, oh my God, because when you are going to be with someone, you're going to be with their family too. You know, so, and that's just the way it is. You marry everybody, you know.
And now you've been married for 16 years?
We've been married, no, we got engaged immediately. We met in February. He proposed to me in August on his birthday.
Wow.
And he proposed right away. And then I said, you know what? We need to take our time, because I always believe that you can't just, I mean, nothing wrong with people that decide to get married right away. But for me personally, I always believed, you know what, we need to see if we are great living together. It's a different thing dating than living. It's a different thing.
Absolutely.
You know, let's just see if this is really a forever situation, because I don't want to get divorced. So let's just see if it's gonna, I come from a single mommy that was divorced. So I didn't want that for my kids. So I was like, let me just wait. Let's just wait. And we lived together for a while. We were happier than ever. We never, thank God, knock on wood, knock on anything. We don't fight because we have the same north. We have the same vision in life and the same morals, and you know, so thank God we're very compatible with that. So we lived together for a while, engaged, and then we got married. We've been married now 9 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. That is such a beautiful story.
Thank you. And 2 kids down the road. We are so happy. And I had really bad pregnancies, and I can't imagine another soul that would have shared with me that such a hardship that was brought into my life with my pregnancies, like my husband. He was there for me day and night. He supports all my crazy endeavors. He is just my everything.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What qualities do you most love about your husband?
You know, when you were saying, I was listening to you when you were saying kindness is so important. I love how kind he is. I love how genuine he is. I love how, in Spanish we say, no hacer acepción de personas. It's like not making anybody different. He makes everybody feel the same. And for me, being raised in Puerto Rico, that was something always important. In Puerto Rico, there's no class division, there's no color, there's none of that. I mean, I didn't grow up with that. You know, there's no, oh, you're black, oh, you're we're everything, because we are life, we're love, you know, and that's what we should teach our children how to be. And that's, I think that's what I love about him. He's kind, he's amazing.
I have a question for you then. For the women out there that are looking, they're going, they believe that there's somebody out there. They believe that story is what I think so many people desire to have.
Yeah, they want
What would you say for people that haven't found that person that's just right for them?
I would say don't settle, like I said before, don't settle for Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. Some guys also settle for Mrs. Right. Don't settle for a person that has come into your life and you're trying to make it work. If it doesn't work, it's not gonna work. So don't settle, just wait. You know, and be open to love, because also you might not be open and Mr. or Mrs. Right is coming into your life and you're not open. So it's all about timing as well. You know, you both have to be ready. But when you're ready, when you know what, I love myself enough to be able to give love, because the number one thing is you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't value yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, you have nothing to give. So you have to love yourself first. And once you love yourself enough to where you're ready to give that love, then just be open to find it. Let the right person come.
You know what's really interesting though is that so many people find the right person and it doesn't stay that right person.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that intimacy, maintain that relationship, maintain that feeling all these years later?
So people change. People, it's you know, it's human nature. Some people change. However, I do believe if you give yourself enough time to know someone, then you will know what they're really about.
Right.
Because some people, unfortunately, become something they're not just to make you happy.
Right.
Like I said before, you know, some people, some girls do it a lot, some guys do it a lot. They become what they think you want them to be just to make you happy. So you have to give yourself time to know that person, time to see their ups and downs. Because life is not always going to be color pink. You know, you know that life is going to throw curveballs at you,
Right.
and you have to find a person that is going to be strong enough with you to accept those curveballs and go navigate life with you. So you have to just get to know that right person. And if somebody changes, I tell all my friends, if it's not a healthy relationship, if it's not right, get away from it.
Such great advice.
Get away. I told my mother, Mommy, I want you to get a divorce. And when I was a very young girl, you know, and I think if it's not right, you have to be strong enough to step away.
Strong enough to let it go.
Yeah. We have to take a break, but I'm just, not only are you gorgeous, but you can tell an incredible story, and I'm blown away and with the beauty inside
You're
and
so
out, for
beautiful. You
sure.
all are.
Amazing, right? So when we come back,
I give it up to you guys. I just sit here and I just sit here and enjoy the beauty around me.
When we come back, we are going to hear the story behind your secret elixir and what keeps you looking so beautiful. Stay tuned.
I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talked to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
The little peck, come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live, do it for the people viewing.
For the people.
Wow!
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E Club Mickey Mouse.
We definitely were not prepared today, and it was
I'm okay on, but the other half completely.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's gonna be a
Good morning, LaLaLand.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, LaLaLand.
We're back live in Los Angeles with the gorgeous actress, producer, and philanthropist, Joyce Rod, and now we get to talk about the secret behind this gorgeous hair. So I want to know all about the Miracle Elixir collection.
Oh my goodness. Okay, how long do we have? I can talk
Right.
for
Let's start at the beginning because the story, when I was reading and doing my research, I found the story to be so beautiful. And you mentioned your grandmother and her oils. Tell us about that.
So my grandma in Puerto Rico, when we grew up, we were what people would consider very poor. I mean, I had two shoes. I had the shoes for church and I had the shoes for school. Maybe that's why I have a shoe fetish right now.
Making up for last time.
I know, right? I'm like, let me buy a lot of shoes. I love shoes. I think we all do. That's a girl thing, right? But when I grew up, we were very poor, but I never felt poor. I felt extremely rich. And like I was saying in the last segment, in Puerto Rico, we don't have, that's how we were when we grew up. So my whole collection, it's about love and nature. Because that's what we had in abundance. We might not have had the best shoes, but everybody thinks Puerto Rico, they think beautiful beaches. No, I grew up with the cows and the alu, my turkey, and the chickens, and so I grew up being a little farm girl in Puerto Rico. And my grandma would literally pluck from Mother Nature. And she would pluck a burrito and tell me, oh my God, this is literally the tree of life. They call it the tree of life because it brings life back to everything it touches. And this is what this does, and this is, so she would do all these potions. She would put, maracuya is my favorite fruit in the world. It's called parcha, AKA passion fruit.
Yes.
So she would just do all these potions and just in a pilon. A pilon is like a wooden thing that you smush things in. So she would just smush all these potions and then she'd put it on my hair, put it on my skin. She'd be like, okay, Lassie, leave it there. They called me, just do this. And I'd be like, okay, do whatever you want, abuelita. Because I just loved her so much. I'm like, okay, she's crazy, but do whatever you want. And then I just kept doing it. And through my life, I kept doing my little potions. And my friends would be, what's your secret? What are you using? And I'm like, oh, my little potions that I, and traveling, then I fell in love with argan, and then I fell in love with moringa on a trip to Asia. So I kept doing potions throughout my life. And one day I said, why am I compromising? Why am I still doing these potions all these years later? Why am I doing this? And everybody kept telling me, oh, we want to attach you to this line. My people kept telling me, oh, somebody called, I don't want to mention who, because I don't want to mention everybody we turned down. But they called because they want you to be the face of this. They could call because, and I said, I don't want to be the face of something. I don't want to compromise and sell something I don't like. I want to sell something that I love. And then we went and we created it. I went to my lab and I said, these are my potions. Can you bottle it? Can you do it? And it all started with my miracle oil. It's my no compromise. We don't have it here because I'm sold out. So I don't have it.
She's gonna
It's a good problem.
I have one in my bag. I have one in my bag because I always have it in my car, and so it's in my bag. If we can show it later. But it's my no compromise solution. It's 100% organic. It's what I use on my face, and then from there we kept growing, and I wanted to do a shampoo that had great ingredients. I suddenly started realizing, you know what? When you use the wrong products, even if you are blessed with good hair, you're gonna have a bad hair day. And what girl doesn't like a good hair day?
And what girl doesn't have 100 different products in her cupboard?
Yes.
I mean, I've tried a million different things, but it's difficult to find and know what really is working for you.
And you know something? Mother Nature has everything we need. So if you can combine Mother Nature infused with a little bit of science, with all the best of science that we've found throughout the years, throughout the centuries, hundreds and hundreds of years, then you can get the best of the best. But you shouldn't have all these chemicals and all these bad things that people apply to their skin. Maybe initially you're gonna feel, oh, it's giving me an instant fix. But then in the long run, you're gonna realize, okay, this was not good. It's the same with your hair. My last product is a serum. It took me forever, and my network, Evine, where I sell my products on home shopping, they were like, we need the serum, we need the serum. I said, you have to wait because it has to be perfect. I want something that is not weighing your hair down, but I'm not gonna compromise and have silicone because for the girls, you don't have this problem. For the girls, every girl knows that we love our serums. We love things that are gonna tame our frizz, things that after you come out of the shower, you put on.
Yeah, it weighs it down, it smooths it out.
You want things, but you don't wanna lose your bounce. Like you have your beautiful curls, you don't wanna lose that. So if you have something that is too oily, you're gonna lose it. However, to not keep it oily, they can't leave just natural oils, so what they do is they fill it up with fillers, aka silicones.
Wow.
What silicone does is it coats your hair. Silicone is a plastic, nothing wrong with silicone for other things. but for your face, for your hair. It's a filler. What it's gonna do is it's gonna coat the shaft of your hair with a plastic, not letting it breathe, therefore it's just gonna break.
So do you use a curling iron or anything hot on your hair?
I do, because I work on camera a lot. So, you know, I always have a lot of people doing my hair, and I like to give them the freedom to do whatever they want. So some people want to do hot curlers, some people want to do. Right now, what I do is one of my little secrets. When I wash my hair, I put it up in a bun like this, and then I use one little tiny clip, and I let it dry. And if you do that, it's going to take a long time to dry, by the way. Mine takes a whole day. I have to wash it on the day before, a day that I have nothing to do the entire day, because it's going to be up there and the inside takes a long time to dry. But if you do that, if you have the time to do that on a weekend or something, trust me, when it goes down, you have that beautiful wave, you have that beautiful natural bounce.
And all this volume, my goodness.
Well, this is, everybody asked for this. This is really a miracle in a bottle. I mean,
Victoria's been raving about it.
It's really a miracle in a bottle. It's my hero product right now. Everybody's in love with it because it shows results. Everybody, you know, everybody wants something that is going to make your hair good from the inside out. Something that is going to be good for your skin, for your nails, and this is it. And the reason also why it took long is because if you go to the pharmacy, anybody watching can go to the pharmacy and see. Every product that they have for hair, you have 5,000, maybe 2,000 micrograms of biotin, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's
this
what
is
they
333% of what they recommend. And
yes,
you know,
we have 10,000 micrograms of biotin per serving.
Wow.
We have glutathione, which is amazing for the skin. We have resveratrol for anti-aging. We have my Pure 4, the moringa, the buriti, the maracuya, and the argan. So all the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fatty acids from Mother Nature. But what we have that sets us apart from anything is my hero product. It's Sinatine. And Sinatine is the first patented soluble keratin. And what Sinatine does is it literally attaches to your hair, making it stronger from the inside out.
Protein.
Yes, it's a protein. And in our clinical studies,
Challenge accepted, Joyce. Well, you also have, I mean, the packaging is just beautiful. You have the Ageless Secret, and it's an anti-aging 24-hour hydration.
yes, it didn't need SPF, and you could burn in the sun for hours. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're gonna do it, just put something that has, you know, a good. The Eye Revive is amazing. The Eye Revive is, I mean, it's also genetic. People that have a little bit of dark circles. So what can you do to help it? You have to it reduces the poofiness, it reduces the dark circles because it has a brightening in it, and it gives you all the vitamins, minerals, and
A bucket of that right there. Bucket. And Iggy Rodriguez, wherever he is, he also wants a bucket of that. Yes.
I'm learning so much on the show, and it is so important because we've had like this. Well, do we have products? Do we have, you know,
what I love?
organic? It's coming from an empowered woman. It's coming from all these things, right?
You really are the epitome of sort of why we did the show. And one of the things I love most, in addition to the product itself, is what it says on the bottle, which is because beauty is in you.
Yes.
I love that. It's beauty from the inside out.
Yes,
you know?
it's always been my motto to me back in the day, and I could cry right now, but it's what I guide my life by.
So we are out of time again, but where can everyone find you, first of all?
Well, they can find my products on joycegerard.com, and they can find me on the Twitter. I call it the Twitter. I'm not so
So when we come back, we have a little surprise. So stay tuned, you guys. You guys don't want to miss a little something we have in store. One of our producers here, and we had to have her on set because she raves about these products, right?
No, seriously, I do.
Oh.
I seriously do. I told her when I saw her, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this up. You're like my hair crush. You're like my everything crush, but like, wow. Like
She's so beautiful.
Your hair is like gold.
You're so beautiful.
And you know, Victoria is the perfect person here to represent your product because every person that comes in says how gorgeous her hair
has
is.
beautiful
and
hair.
she gives you all the credit.
No, I seriously do. So, okay, it's funny. I finished all the supplements that you gave me, but you gave Andy supplements, and he doesn't take them.
So you like, give it to me.
Okay, so first he would just leave them in the studio. So what I did was I was like, Andy, you can't just leave these, like, these are like, God, you can't just leave them hanging around the studio.
So you can
I
have
hid
these.
them and
Now
hid
you can
them in
have-
the studio. There's
Now
only like
they're
4
gonna
left, honestly.
There you go. You guys can have
Yes.
these. You can leave them here.
Well,
Every morning you take 2. Every morning you all take 2. I'm going to send you more.
You have no idea. With this much hair on the couch, I think I need to grow my hair out. I'm like, dude, I gotta grow my hair out now.
Oh, you look great. You look like an afro up your head.
I know. But the curls will be spinning though. You know. Yeah.
I love pretty hair. It's so pretty.
I'm a little jealous right now.
Oh, I love
It's amazing.
it.
Who do you use?
Yeah. What's that?
What shampoo do you use?
I don't even have to worry about
You
the
were
shampoo. It's so
He's
short.
like, I don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah, I don't worry about it. I do have a question for you though. So I was reading an article about how important it is to store products, particularly products that are full of such great stuff like this, in the refrigerator. Is that something that you recommend or no?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to store it in the refrigerator because it's natural. And a lot of the things that you have to store in the refrigerator are things that are either not natural or that have a lifespan because they're going to die fast because it's like a fruit right in there.
Gotcha.
But if it's something that has been processed correctly and is natural, then it's not going to die.
Perfect.
Wow, holy cow. So, Victoria, I mean, really and truly, how long you been using it?
Okay, so I saw you November. It was like right before Thanksgiving, so I've been using it since then. But I used.
Look, and it's grown.
No, it really has. And this is kind of like a bad hair day. I really didn't straighten it all
Oh,
out.
this
It's
is
not
a bad
possible
hair.
anymore.
No, I really do. Like, you see, I want every girl out there
No,
to
no, no.
this for this to be
I really
a bad
didn't.
hair.
I didn't put as much effort into it as I normally do. That's what I meant to say. But I've been using it since November. Like I said, I used all of my products, so now I only use it when I go to the studio because that's when it's here. But I was taking it.
All going to start taking these products.
But I've been telling you, right? Because when I met her, she told me she was having all these problems with her hair, and I said, I was like, I don't know if you heard about this. It's new. It's the Miracle Elixir collection. And I showed her pictures of you. I was like,
yes.
Isn't she stunning? And I was like, look at her hair. Like her hair is like, it goes on for like miles.
They're gonna make me blush here.
Your hair is like an additional person.
You know, somebody opened a Twitter on the Twitter, the hair of Joyce, the hair of Joyce, and I was like, who is that? I have to follow them.
The
I'm like,
hair
let me
of Joyce
know
has
you're
its own
doing
Twitter
so
account?
They made the Twitter thing.
You know what's coming next? Your own emoji. You
No.
would just be a human hair. Yes.
Yeah, hair flip emoji.
Yes, it will be.
Sexy mommy. Copy is BS.
Do you have a list also, Joyce, we want to know, do you have a list of all your favorite, different designers and where you shop and things like that?
You know what?
Everything.
You know what? I love so many different brands, but I'm not a brand. It's a bad word. I don't want to say it right now, but
You're a brand addict.
A brand addict. That's a good word. That's a good word. I'm not a brand addict. I like to go to the stores and whatever catches my eye. I even go to vintage stores and I get great stuff. So I'm not based on the brand. I go and whatever catches my eye that I love, that's what I get.
Nice. Well, it's such an honor to meet you.
Thank
I
you.
love your story, and I love the story about you and your husband. It was
you.
really touching today on Friday Feeling, and you really are what we desire all of us to be, which is authentic, beautiful inside and out, and just excited to try your products because they're all natural, organic, and that's the heart of the show.
They're the Miracle Elixir.
Right.
That says it all.
We're all about
Miracle.
Thank you. You guys are so sweet, and I'm sure that this show is going to just grow and grow and be super successful because you guys have amazing chemistry and you're so sweet, and that's the most important thing.
Oh, thank you
so much.
You guys. So excited. Have a great weekend, you guys. We're going to come back here for Motivational Monday, and I know I've got all the motivation I need. I'm inspired. I'm going to go shopping. No, just kidding. So have a great weekend, you guys. We will see you on Monday, 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
It's going to be a
Bye,
good
guys.
one, LaLaLand.